this. The same people that taught us this image, they're the ones who taught us the Bible. They're the ones, like he was saying earlier, in slavery, we could not read, we could not write. That means everything we learn about God, they taught us. So if this is false, should we ask ourselves the question, what else did they teach us that's false? Right? You know, is that not a common sense question?
Envy thou not the oppressor.
God said don't envy the oppressor. The reason why some of our sisters blonde their hair, perm their hair, bleach their skin, why do you think that is? My brother, hold on. I'm asking her a question, but it pertains to us. I asked her, I said, since you said you're from the Congo, I asked her, have you ever heard about the black and white doll test? You ever heard about that? No. You never heard about that? Okay. When you go on YouTube, look it up. It's a test where they took a black doll and a white doll and they presented to a series of black children. Now it rings a bell. You've seen it. They asked the children, which doll is the nice doll? Which doll is the beautiful doll? Which doll is the ugly doll? Which doll is the mean doll? What do you think our black children said? They said the white doll is the nice doll. The white doll is the beautiful doll. The white doll is the everything positive. They attributed it to the white doll.
Right.
Everything negative they attributed to the black doll. Right. So wait, and then the last question they asked, which doll looks like you? And then, because you know, children will tell the truth, you understand? But in saying that doll looks like me, what is it that they were really saying about themselves subconsciously?
In Brown versus Board of Education, the famous case that desegregated schools in the 1950s, Dr. Kenneth Clark conducted a doll test with black children. He asked them to choose between a black doll and a white doll. In most instances, the majority of the children preferred the white doll. I decided to reconduct this test as Dr. Clark did to see how we've progressed since then. Can you show me the doll that you liked best or that you'd like to play with?
This one. I like that one.
Show me. I'm killing.
This one.
That one?
This one. I like to play with this.
And can you show me the doll that is the nice doll? And why is that the nice doll?
He's white.
And can you show me the doll that looks bad? Okay. And can you and why does that look bad?
Because it's black.
And why do you think that's a nice doll?
Because she's white.
And can you give me the doll that looks like you? "15 out of the 21 children preferred the white doll."
That's why this image all over the world has done damage to the minds of our people, to the minds of our children, the way you would never know. Like for example, right, the brother is telling you about your hair, right? Like I'm looking at you, sister, you're a beautiful sister. Now in society, they tell us if you are of a lighter complexion, you're closer to this, you're more beautiful. But if you're a darker complexion, you're overlooked. That's the reality. Because we're trying to live up to Eurocentric features of beauty. Now when we go back to the Bible, we finding out God is a black man. Christ is a black man. Read that part again about the hair. His hair. Watch this. This is the description of Jesus Christ. Watch this, sister.
Revelation chapter 1, verse 14. His head and his hairs were white like wool.
So Jesus Christ's hair, you see that image right there? White in color, woolly in texture. You understand? This man, does that describe what we just read right here? No. Sister, does that describe what we just read right here? Read that again.
His head and his hairs were white like wool.
Go ahead.
As white as snow.
As white as snow. So, why is it that us as black people, we do not know that our Messiah, Jesus the Christ, has hair that looks just like us? Now, if we knew that, do you think that there would be Chinese stores trying to sell our women fake hair? You know, do you think that our sisters will be trying to perm their hair to look like this? No. So, us understanding that Jesus Christ looks like us, what I'm trying to get you to understand, it doesn't benefit them. Right. But it's good news for us. It's good news for you, sister, to know that. Because guess what? Go to Proverbs 3:31. Proverbs chapter 3 and verse 31. At the end of the day, right, some people, you know what they say? They say, well, it doesn't really matter what Christ looks like. That's what they say. But now I have a question for you guys. If we just read that Jesus Christ's hair looked like wool, meaning afro textured hair, and for over 500 years, they've given us this image. Is this image the truth, or is this image a lie? It's false, right? What do you say?
False.
It's false. So now watch this. The same people that taught us this image, they're the ones who taught us the Bible. They're the ones, like he was saying earlier, in slavery we could not read, we could not write. That means everything we learn about God, they taught us. So if this is false, should we ask ourselves the question, what else did they teach us that's false? Bring it out. Is that not a common sense question? Before you read that, go to Sirach 34 verse 4. That's a common sense question, because the Bible says there will be another Jesus. We will learn another gospel. Christ said out of his own mouth, there shall arise false Christ. Plural, false Christ. So in order for you to know the real Christ, where do you have to go? You got to refer to the Bible. You understand? Watch this. Do that.
Ecclesiastes chapter 34 verse 4.
Listen to this, my sister. What's your name, my sister? Asiya. What's your name, my brother? Mikey? Okay, Mikey Asiya. Go ahead, read this.
Of an unclean thing, what can be clean?
So if something is unclean to the core, the Bible is asking a rhetorical question. Of an unclean thing, what can you bring out of it that's going to be clean? The answer is nothing. Go ahead.
And from what thing? And from that thing which is false.
From that what?
And from that thing which is false.
Like this image. From that image which is false. Go ahead.
What truth can come?
What truth can come out of that? What truth? Can any truth come out of this? The answer is no. Now go to Proverbs 3:31. Because Mikey, Asiya, we are the Israelites.
Right.
When you think about Israel, you don't think about black people.
Right.
When you think about Israel, you think about people that's in the land, Caucasian Europeans. The reason why the true children of Israel are not in the land is because it was prophesied that they will be scattered throughout the four corners of the earth through slavery.
Right.
That's been in the Bible. A lot of us, we're Baptists, Pentecostal, Seventh-day Adventists. We follow all kinds of religion, and we say we believe in the Bible, but yet we don't even know that our history is right there in the Bible. Now I'm going to show you something, sis. Watch this.
Proverbs chapter 3, verse 31.
Listen to this.
Envy thou not the oppressor.
The Bible says don't envy the oppressor. Who has been oppressing? All nations have been oppressing us, but the main nation that's been oppressing us for over 500 years is who? Us. Us, we've been oppressing each other? Who has been oppressing us for over? Who did this? Who did this? Who? White folks did that. The Bible calls them the oppressor.
Right.
The Bible says, read that again?
Envy thou not the oppressor.
God said don't envy the oppressor. The reason why some of our sisters blonde their hair, perm their hair, bleach their skin, why do you think that is? Psychologically, they think that they're closer to who?
I just have a question.
Go ahead, sister.
I understand you right. You're right. Everything is right.
I'm not right. The Bible is right.
Yeah, I understand, but it's kind of the same as the white people coming and say that our hair is not beautiful, our skin is not beautiful. It's kind of the same cycle we're repeating, don't you think?
What do you mean? Expound on that a bit.
It's like, sorry, just my English is not that good.
Is French better?
Yeah.
Okay. If you don't understand French, I'll translate.
Les hommes blancs sont arrivés
et
nous ont mis ce truc psychologique qu'on n'est pas belle, on n'est pas beau, que nos cheveux ne sont pas beaux et tout. Mais ce n'est pas la même chose, excusez-moi, que vous êtes en train de répéter en ce moment.
Comment?
Du genre, j'apprécie que vous le faire, c'est d'apprendre comment les autres personnes, teaching other people how to love themselves, teaching black people how to love themselves. But it's kind of the same cycle repeating at the same time, like coming and saying that Jesus is just coming for us and not for everybody.
Now, the reason why, remember, so she said, basically like us being taught that our hair was not beautiful, that our skin was not beautiful. The advice came from us, is that not continuing the cycle?
No, I don't think you're trying to break the cycle, which is really good for me, like, really, really good. I do not, je ne défrise pas mes cheveux, j'ai porté la perruque aujourd'hui parce que c'est...
Because you went to church, I heard you.
Yeah, c'est une longue journée aujourd'hui.
Because you went to church.
Mais j'ai toujours mes mini-lots avec moi.
Okay, go ahead.
Et je porte dans une église africaine.
Église africaine, okay.
Yeah. But
let me ask you a question. Finish that verse. Listen good.
Envy thou not the oppressor, and choose none of his ways.
God said don't choose none of his ways. That's the reason why we try to teach our sister, sis, your hair is beautiful, your hair is God's hair. You understand? Don't choose none of the oppressor's ways. Now, go to 2 Corinthians 11 and verse 4. Because remember what I said, if this is false, that means that no truth can come from that. Do you agree? Now watch this. 2 Corinthians chapter 11. The book, because we've been taught that Jesus Christ, this man, came for everybody. That's the gospel that is being promoted in the earth today. Is that this man came and died on the cross for all races. Right? Go ahead.
2 Corinthians chapter 11 verse 4.
Listen, sis.
For if he that cometh preacheth another Jesus,
the Jesus of the Bible is a black man with Afro textured hair.
Right.
Paul is saying if somebody comes and teach what?
Another Jesus.
Is this not another Jesus? That's another Jesus that's not found in the Bible. Go ahead.
For he that cometh preaching another Jesus, whom we have not preached.
Paul said if somebody comes and preaches another Jesus that we, the apostles, did not preach, go ahead.
Or if you receive another spirit.
So with that other Jesus would come what?
Another spirit.
Another spirit, go ahead.
Which ye have not received.
Go ahead, watch this.
Or another gospel.
Or another what?
Gospel.
Or another gospel, Sister Asia. So with this Jesus, the gospel that's being taught is that this man came for everybody. Right or wrong? Matthew 15:24.
Matthew 15 verse 24.
This is who Christ came for.
But he answered and said, I am not sent, but
means only
unto the lost sheep of the house of Israel.
Christ said he's only sent to the lost sheep of the house of Israel.
What is a nation? Nation is family. Nation is community. Nation is men leading by example. Nation is women's support. Nation is children with role models. Nation is unity. Nation